Hi, Stitchy friends. It's Judy, Stitching Bunny. Um, if you were watching the first part of my video, my floss tube video today, I kind of went over all the things I've been doing in the last 6 weeks or so since my last video. And as we discussed, I have a very big, large haul of goodies, stash enhancement, shall we say, over the past 6 weeks. And I was saying that it's, going to take a little bit of time. So I thought maybe it would be easier just to stop the video and let you know there was a second part. And if you wanted to keep watching, keep watching. If not, you're free to go and watch somebody else. Needless to say, I still don't know how to work this. I've only been doing this for a year or so, but I thought I hit the pause button and I hit the stop button, and since I don't know how to edit to get this to be the second part, unless I can figure that out before I post this, it's going to be a separate video, but it will be Floss Tube 18 Part B, which is my stash enhancement. And sit back and take a gander, ladies. I think we'll start with something fun, something different than rather than just a chart. This is something I saw. It's a new pattern from Thread Milk. It's one of the mesh project bags, and it's called Samplers. Done with DMC, the cotton, what am I trying to think of? Pearl cotton. And I believe this is number 5, size 5, I think that is. Anyway, these are the colors. It's 4 of the DMC Pearl Cottons, and it tells you, oh yes, it is DMC Pearl Cotton number 5. 4 different colors, and it's stitched with 1 strand of the Pearl Cotton on the stitching bag. So this is the one it was shown on the tan bag. I believe that's not what it's called. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Hold, please. Burlap is the color of this one. But then I also bought the blue one because I thought that was really very pretty. And I thought, I might like 2 of these because I am a sampler girl. So I bought both of those. And I think I might try to whip this up before the retreat in a week and a half. So that's my first goodie. And I really thought that was cool. This is another thing I wanted to mention before we get to just regular haul stash enhancement. This is Mary Jane Fry, 1861. And it's by the Solitary Stitcher. I'll show you the information on the bottom. And believe it or not, this is a freebie. And it's a beautiful sampler. Are those kitties? Yeah, they're kitties, or see, there's birds. I would assume those are kitties, but they have really long tails. I'm not sure. But you can make the animals whatever you want. But this is by Amanda Rowe, and she is the Solitary Stitcher. And I believe if you just do a Google search on her, this will come up. I don't remember if it was a blog spot. It's been a while. I think also Brenda and Laura mentioned this on their last video or video before. So it's been out a little while. But Mary Jane Fry, it's the whole chart. Beautifully done. Would be just a really beautiful finished piece. So there's that one, and it's a freebie if you're a sampler. If you haven't been stitching samplers before, if maybe samplers aren't your thing, you don't want to make an investment, because some of the charts are very, they're a little more expensive. Bigger charts, more expensive to print for the designers and all. So something like that you could use to give it a try and see if, we can turn you into a sampler person, because we can always use more of you. This one is by Red Barn Samplers, and I just was so attracted to this one. I think it's the cherry border. I've never seen a border like that where it looks like it's cherries. It's Uri C. Fell, 1856. But doesn't it look like cherries? Just beautiful, beautiful colors. It's charted for DMC and SWA 103. Just beautiful. I just love the border. I love that first alphabet. Really unusual. Just a beautiful chart. There's that one. I picked this up. I don't think some of my stuff is coming from the secondary market because I just shop all over, but it's Sewing Club by Blackbird. I think I found this on Stash Unloading, but everything in this book I would stitch. Everything. Let me repeat that. I would stitch everything in this book, and I don't know. Oh, there's 16 projects in here because, I sit around with nothing to do. So, I would stitch everything. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful book, as all of the Blackbird ones. But that particular one really touches my heart. Then I found this, and I have been wanting to collect these. Not necessarily the months, but the ones that, like there's a Christmas, the winter one that's seasonal, something. I love these. I love how she incorporates all those little items into the letters. Just beautiful. And that's the Cricket Collection, obviously. And it's number 305. But I am looking to, this is the first one I've gotten. I have been looking at these for the longest time. I know there's a Thanksgiving one that I've looked at. And I just love, again, her little intricacies in the letters. But there's several. So I'm going to have to start searching. I'm not sure if any of them are out of print or what. I haven't really done too much checking into it because it, isn't a normal sampler for me. But I would really love these stitched and be able to switch them out for seasons and holidays and all. They're just lovely. Absolutely lovely. So I have that one. This I also bought in the secondary market. I, again, was fascinated with this. This is from the Exemplar. It's Elizabeth, I believe, Easton, 1827. I think it's just the busyness of this. And the little animals. The animals stitched onto the grass. It looks like they're stitched over one. And the grass is done in like a satin stitch, covering 2 rows all the way down. So it's like, rolling lawn. But since it's satin stitch, the animals obviously wouldn't fit in there. So they kind of have just like little cutout gaps around them. They look like little puzzle pieces. I just think it's precious. And I love that. How can you not love that house? So I was pleased to get that. I ordered these. Oh, this is another one. This should be in my, we need to start on this very soon. This is called In the Dale, and it's by Crossford Rise Stitchery. I love their charts. And this one, when I bought this, I also bought the Roxy Floss conversion. And they're lovely. It's also charted in DMC. I think that's it. DMC, yes. Let me take that back. It is, I'm sorry, it's charted with the Roxy Floss Co. And then there's a DMC conversion. So either way, but look at those bunnies. And it's done like in an oval. Let me see if this helps if I take this out of here. So this gloomy day, it's kind of, I don't know if the turning lights on will help or what, but it's very strange kind of day. It's really hard to see, but there's like a white around here, which makes it, finishes into an egg shape. Just a neat, very, very neat chart. And if you go on their website, they have some beautiful, beautiful charts, really unusual things. There's a Christmas one that I've had of theirs for quite a while that's kitted up in my Christmas books. Let's see. Art is long and time is fleeting. Elizabeth Cole, age 10 years, 1869. And this is by 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. Look at this. For those of you who love birds and borders, look at that border. It's like lavender. The flowers are lavenders. Oh, it is just gorgeous. The birdies. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, now I have Emma Badman, Wadford. This is by Elizabeth Michael, or Erica Michaels, I'm sorry. I believe that this one, Brenda and Laura were talking about. And they had seen this somewhere. They saw the model of this, and they said it was just stunning. These photographs, no matter what the designers do, they really don't do the charts just. I mean, seeing them done, seeing them stitched, is just, a total different world. To see the completed piece, and that, if anything, that'll convince you that, the art, there's definitely art in every one of these charts. So I'm looking forward to this. Oh, looking forward to all of them. This is Meg's Bunny. I saw this somewhere, and since I'm stitching bunnies mean a lot to me. So it's Meg's Bunny, and this is by Sheepish Designs. And I ordered this from somebody that still stocked it. This is kind of an older one, I believe. I don't see a year on it, but I don't believe it's anything current. But I had to do just a little sampler with strawberries and my bunny. Oh, cute. This one screamed me too. I'm also a Santa collector. I'm a Christmas nut, and I'm a Santa collector. And this is Under the Mistletoe. It's from Finally a Farm Girl. Don't forget to floss. And it's Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And this reminds me of my honey and I. She's even got her stitching glasses on. Probably so she can see Santa better. Isn't that precious? So that will be an ornament for my my Christmas tree. Erin Elizabeth, also just an amazing new designer that I have just fallen in love with. This is Pumpkin Lane Sampler. It's fall, my favorite season. Everything about fall, especially in Wisconsin and the Midwest. Fall is our gift after putting up with the long summer. And we usually have beautiful long falls here. We did last year, just gorgeous colors. It lasted forever. It was just wonderful. So there's that one. I didn't have this, and the more I saw it, the more I thought I had to have it. It's Proverbs 31 sampler from Plum Street. And she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. Definitely for all of us stitchers. Has wonderful meaning. Here's another Erin Elizabeth, Blossoms and Birds. And this is so cute because I have the Chubby Bird sampler and I had the Chubby Bee. I thought these little guys would just be wonderful. Really pretty color. My pinks and reds in there. Plus the little birdies are so cute. So I have that one. This is, I think this might be from Market. I'm not sure now, but a Needlework Press, MH 1860, a cheerful 19th century sampler. And I've seen this finished by a lot of stitchers, have posted it stitched on their sites. And it's kind of deceiving. I don't know if color changes involved or different types of floss, but every time I see one finished, it looks a little different to me. It could be the linen choice, whatever. But I'm kind of anxious to stitch it myself, especially because of this little guy. But it is cheerful. Look at how cute that. I mean, it just makes you smile. And it's not, unachievable. It's, 6 by 6 on 40 count. So it's not the least bit intimidating. I love it. Love it, love it. This is from Needlework Press. I believe this might be from Market also. Not sure, but Petite Adam and Eve. And I love me a good Adam and Eve sampler too. And there's my favorite little cherubs, angels. Love those. Great looking tree. Nice snake. Typical Adam and Eve. Really, really neat. I love the bottom. crate sampler. This I bought, I know this is from Market. Serenity. This I don't even know what to say about this one. It looks to me like it's a quilt. And as I said, I miss my quilting days. I miss all of that. I'm glad I have kept so many of my own quilts. Some have gone to family, but most of my family live south. So, there's not a lot of quilt usage down there. But I love it. Just love it. And it's not, to me, I think what attracts me to this one too, it's not a lot of block stitching. It's not a lot of fill-in other than the deer, the house, that's obvious. But sometimes Teresa's charts have big sections that are solidly filled in. This one I like because of the intricacy of it, I think, more than anything. And I love the way the alphabet is done in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. This I didn't get because I wasn't in the club last year. I believe this was from last year's club. Needlework Press again. It's Mary Hill, 1854. And this was strictly a kit. And somebody had stitched it and was selling their chart. So I was able to pick this up, which is just fine with me. I can kit it up easy enough, but the animals on this, to me, are spectacular, along with the house and the great border. I was fortunate to get that one. Another Erin Elizabeth, Quack Quack Honk. Just something about this cracked me up. We have our next door neighbor in between our two homes. They have two teenage daughters. One's 13 and one's 16. And the 16-year-old, Arwen, is a... she's just... Both of the girls are sweethearts. But Arwen is totally in love with our dog, Rosie. And she has volunteered repeatedly to come over and play with Rosie and walk Rosie and, whatever we want. So she does come over several times during the week and spends several hours with Rosie and, plays with her and gives her the attention that her two old parents are too old to give her. And she loves Arwen. And she'll stand out on her deck and just cry and, wait for her. She knows what time she comes home from school and she's looking for her to come home. But anyway, Arwen and her sister Amara have a little fish pond in between our houses. And it's got, the moving water and all that, and there's fish in there, and two ducks, a couple, a mom and dad duck, had kind of moved into the pond, Rob and I, and the pond is right outside my kitchen window over my kitchen sink. So every time I'm at the sink, I get to see the pond, and we found I did one morning. I was getting my coffee cup rinsed out, and the mom and dad duck mallard were in the pond, and I was so excited. I had to call Rob. He was still in bed, so he comes running downstairs. What's the matter? I said, look, there's duckies in the pond. And I was so excited. I took pictures of it, and I sent them to Arwen on her phone. So we saw her like in the next day or so, and I said, you see the ducks? We were so excited to see them. Maybe they'll have babies. And the first thing she said was, I hate those ducks. They were here last year, and they make a mess in our pond, and they're eating our fish. I said, oh, no, I made a mistake. I hope, So now when she comes over, I just harass her about, wanting to get rid of the ducks. And I think the ducks have moved on because they've done, like wood over the pond, so the ducks can't float around in there and all. So I think the ducks have moved on. But needless to say, that's what that was all about, was a duck. Crown Sampler 1840. This is Jeanette Douglas. This is another one that I understand is stunning done. It's stunning photographed. It's a V point at the bottom. And it's just like a motif sampler. Look at the bunny on this one. Oh, love that. Just love that. And I believe this is a new one, too. This might have been Market 2024. So most likely that was Market 2. I thought I had dropped some on the floor, but I don't see them. Okay, so that were my bigger ones. A couple of other things. I have a lot of linen that I added to my stash. This is also an exclusive from Homespun Needlework. That's what it is. Homespun Needlework, Cross Stitch and Samplers. You think I would remember that. And this is her. It is Rose Hill Farm Sampler and Pin Keeps. Love this chart. Just love this. Let me take it out of there with that glare. This is just... Our bad weather today is not helping. Let's see if that... Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It's not like double plastic on it. Isn't that pretty? That house is so unique. Beautiful border. A little bit similar to the one I'm working on with those flowers. They look kind of similar. But just beautiful. So that was an exclusive. I don't believe that that's going to be available for a little while yet. There's that one. Let me move my linen out of the way here and get to my smaller charts. These are the only way I can keep them separate before they go into my permanent stash. Let's see. Oh well, now I've mixed them all up, but you have to put up with me, I'm afraid. Okay, let me do this. Okay, first one I have, Harvest Blessings. Celebrate Harvest, Brenda Gervais. And this is from 2020, so this is an older one, but I didn't have it. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving almost pushes Christmas out of the top spot. But it's only because I get to celebrate Christmas longer than I get to celebrate Thanksgiving that Christmas comes to the top. Because somebody has told me that saw my house decorated for Christmas. I'm sorry, I have fur on me here. Saw my house for the first time at Christmas. Told me that it looked like Christmas threw up in my house. I get a little carried away. But so Christmas is my favorite. But Thanksgiving, boy, right up there. Witch's Brew. Another one that's not brand new, 2020, but I didn't have this one either. So I had to get that. And, you know, also a coffee fanatic. And she's got a cup of coffee. That works for me. I'm going to move this over a little so I have a place to put these. I love this one, Sweet Wing Studio. This is, I believe, a newer designer. Let us adore him. This is the first thing I've gotten from her. I assume it's a lady. I shouldn't, but... love that. Another one that'd be a beautiful ornament for my tree. This one is charted in Classic Colorworks, General Arts, and Weeks. But it does have a DMC conversion, too, for you. Scarlet House. This is one of the new ones. Freedom for Me and Thee. That's a must-do for the summer months. Our 4th of July and going into Labor Day and our Memorial Day weekend coming up this weekend. Look at the eagles on there, 2 eagles with the beautiful flying flags. Love it. This is Heartstring Samplery for the Love of Stitching, another new one. And it has all the pieces. It's a needle book, I believe, a pin cushion. She even has a band for a thimble jar. Stitching room. Perfect for a stitching room. Bunny Spool. This is another designer. I think it's kind of new. At least I've just discovered her. And I bought so many of her charts on PDFs. And this one I happened to get a paper copy of for some reason. It must have been when I was ordering something else. But it's Crafty Blue Bonnet Designs. And this is Bunny Spool. And all of her things, all of her charts are starting off with spools. And she has tons of them. One is cuter than the next. You know, it's a lot of stitching things. It's holidays. It's winter. It's seasons. It's just, they're just adorable. You just have to go on her website and look. Just precious. And I don't remember if this is an Etsy. Yes, she is. It's craftybluebonnetshop.etsy.com. Take a run over there later when you're bored, you know, looking for something on to play with. Go to her Etsy shop and take a look. Really, they're so cute and an inexpensive, you know, quick little stitch too. Hands-on Designs. I believe this was a market released. Enjoy the Stitch. And little, is it a needle book or, oh, I think it's a pin cushion. This is a box, I believe. Really cute for my stitching room. Spring Quaker that it seems that everybody stitched. Love that. When Cardinals Appear, JBW Designs. I've stitched cardinals repeatedly for my sister, who is a widow, who lost her husband, and our mom has been gone for, my goodness, 9 years, almost 9 years now. And we know that we see both of them in the cardinals. So I'd like to do this one for her too. Waxy Moon Designs, there were 2 of these. Oh, here we go. I did find it. I thought I had them together. I have all of her trios. I love these. I can't stitch them all. I've stitched a great number of them. But every one of these, they're so detailed. They're so cute. They come out so cute. We have Spring Barn Trio and Summer Barn Trio. Here's the spring, and that's chart 223. Just like little bluebirds, and she always has the little cool blocks on the bottom. So that's spring, and then this is the summer, and this is so Wisconsin with our corn and more quilt blocks. So there'll be at least 1 or 2 out of each of those stitched. New York Dreamer, I bought this one because this might be something that I stitch for my husband and I for our anniversary at the end of November. November 27th is our wedding anniversary. We'll be celebrating 30 years this year. And it is from New York Dreamer. Let me see. I know you won't be able to read it on the cameras. I found the one my heart loves. And it's the wedding vows, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. So I thought that might be a symbol of our 30 years, that we are still as in love, if not more in love than we were when we married. Stitching with Housewives, cross stitcher. I've seen a lot of people working on this. That looks like a quickie, doesn't it? That would be great for my room. This one I think I just bought off of the secondary market, probably Stash Unload. A Stitch in Time with the, let's see. It's on darker fabric, so it's going to be hard to see. It's a pinball and needle and scissor keep. And I love it on that color fabric. I like the fall colors in the threads. Just great. Stacy Nash, Sister Sampler Pin Keep. And I like the way this one's done on 2 linens. I haven't seen this one before. This isn't new, 2018. But I just love that. And it's kind of like my sister and I with, I'm in the Midwest, and we don't live in a log cabin, but we live in the Midwest, and my sister lives in Florida. So it's like 2 different parts, and I love that. This one I know I bought off the secondary market. I always look for these little ones, Blackbird designs that I had but sold. The Reward of Merit Pincushion and Strawberry. And it's Summer Iris. Pretty colors, and I have the floss with it too. A little quickie, something to put, in your carry bag with you if you're out and about and you have some time you're waiting for some, car work, or, at a doctor's office. You have something to work on. Where We Love Sampler. This is another one that was a possibility for our anniversary. I like all the reds and pinks in this one. I love the house. It's by Chessie and Me. And this is a new one also. I believe that was Market. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Oh. The Scarlet House, this is not new. I just saw it, and I know I don't have it. Gathering Together as Friends. And I think this one grabbed me because of, my upcoming sampler, or not sampler, but the summer don't know if she calls it summer camp or summer stitch, whatever, at Country Sampler. But I just know after spending several days with these ladies that I'm going to have some new friends. I'm counting on it. These are new. These are with Dye Needle and Thread. We have the Grand Old Flag, 3 of them. Perfect, perfect, perfect for, dough bowl for, again, the summer. The coleus and the pear. Love that. I love this unusual, the sampler letters, alphabet, with a different display than usual. This one, too, was Market, I know. Is it Les Poulettes Pin Keep? A chickie with the party hat on. Love it. How can I not? Tulip Fields Pin Keep. The Stacy Nash, too, from Market. It's a bunny and a bird's nest. Again, perfect. This is an older one by Brenda, all bundled up, but I didn't have it. I'll do it this way so you can actually see him. A snowman with the cardinal on his hat. Somebody stitched this and had it on Facebook or Instagram, and I had to get it. Wonderful Life Pin Keep Drum. I bought this. This was a kit. I believe the kit is from Country Sampler, but I bought it on the secondary market. And it's got all of the, typical spring green Country Sampler beautiful kitting. But look at that. Oh. And then, this is a candle holder, I guess. And it just sits on there with the green around it. Oh, love it. This belongs with the other brand new Brenda's with the needle and thread. This is Grandma's Candy Dish. That's the bunny. Those came out around Easter time, I believe. And then there's Happy Easter. That's the bunny basket. Right up my alley. Those probably won't be touched until next Easter, but I'd like to have those done. These, let's see if I have, I do have all of these together. Brenda on Brenda the Cereal Starter. Brenda was working on several of these, and I saw these. I think that I had bought the spring green pears because this is something that came out at Market. And it's this kind of like celery green linen that they're done on, and that just attracted me. I thought it was so pretty. I've never done pears. But like everybody else, I like to do my littles and put them in bowls and decorate the house with them. So I had to have the green one. And then when I saw, I knew there were others, but hadn't really paid attention to them really until I saw Brenda had worked them up. And so I ordered the other 3 that were available. This is Redwork pears. And those are samplers, to me. So those had to come to my house, and it's red. These are Bluework samplers, or Bluework pears, I'm sorry. But they're samplers also. And, these can be done in, switch the colors around or whatever. And this is Anjou pears, and this is more like a fall color grouping, and it looks like it's, let's see, Shades of Wine and Red Dust, the 2 different flosses that were used on these. Oh, they're Dinky Dye silks, but just beautiful. That's those. This is another Stacy Nash that I'm so hooked on Stacy Nash lately. Tombstone, Angel, Pig Keep Drum, and Strawberry. And this was off the secondary market. I hadn't seen this before, but I'm also doing, let's see, is it, boy, when you get to be my age, nothing wants to stay in your mind. Your memory is like, there's a designer that's doing a set of tombstones, and I've showed them because I have stitched 1 or 2 of hers. I'm not sure now. But the tombstone thing for me for Halloween I had several done previous to that. But I love that. Halloween is a riot. So that's a nice quick stitch. And this is the other Brenda Gervais that got out of my pile here somehow, a summer swan. And I love the flag on this one and the beautiful swan. Let's see. It's kind of glaring. There we go. That's better. But look at that flag. Isn't that great? With the beautiful flowers coming out of the swan. I love that. So that's that. Okay, and I think anything else that I have that is haul is fabric. So, I know the colors aren't going to be real accurate with this, but I just wanted to give you an idea. This is Frosty Aqua. That's a fat quarter, and it's by XJU Designs, 40 count. Oh, now see, that's pretty good. That color is pretty good right there. Now, what's it called? Frosty Aqua. There's a lot of things that are being done on this color, I've noticed. A lot of new charts, so I thought that was a good investment. I have a couple of different shades like that, but I thought that was so pretty. This is Old Linen, 40 count, and this is from Kitten Stitcher, so I believe this might be the one of the ones that her son dyes. And that's really a pretty, it's almost like a cocoa. Isn't that pretty? And it's a solid dye. It's not really modeled, just a tad of a little bit of a line or modeling running through it. But on the whole, it looks like it's pretty solid. Then I got Colonial Parchment. This might have been my fabric of the month. Probably have several months of that. Fabrics by Stephanie, Colonial Parchment, and that is modeled. I'm surprised. Maybe the gloom is helping. Color looks pretty accurate. And then there's this. Oh, this is so pretty. This is the fabric of the month from Fox and Rabbit, 40 count. It's Faded Hippie. Isn't that great? It's like a peach and a yellow. Just absolutely gorgeous. But and again, the colors, it's making it look greener than it is. It's more of a yellow and peach, but really beautiful. Then we have these. I was trying to keep them all together. That didn't work out that well for me. This is my Silk of the Month for April 2024, and these are all, this is April Storms, and they're all the beautiful blues. Aren't those gorgeous? And then to go along with that, this is the linen, the fabric of the month from Bestitch Me. I'm sorry, I'm neglecting to tell you that, for April. And this is April Showers, the blue linen. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm liking those blue shades. I can see those ladies that are so attracted to stitching with blue. This goes back to March. That's also Bestitch Me, and this is springtime. All the spring flowers, colors. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then this is the fabric of the month, Gold Rush, for April, I believe. And this is very modeled. This is very, very pretty. And it is just a beautiful gold. And that's a real good picture of it there. Then we have, let's see, this is Grace Notes. I bought this over the secondary market, I believe, and it's called Sarah. It's a fat quarter, and it's modeled. It's a really pretty, like avocado green, and that's, again, a beautiful rendition of the color there. And now this is a Bestitch Me. I think I bought this off the secondary market, though. It's a 40 count Bestitch Me, and it's Cold Foam. And this is just beautiful. Look at the modeling in that. Oh, God. Oh, I have a couple of samplers that look beautiful on this. So I was very glad that the person decided to part with that. Then we have XJU Designs 40 count Old Mushroom. And again, this is from the secondary market. But this is another one that's just a gorgeous sampler fabric. Look at that. Look at the modeling on this. Isn't that pretty? And you can see there's areas that if you don't want as much modeling, you can work around. Just this side too doesn't seem to be as modeled. Just beautiful for samplers. Just perfect. This is my other Fox and Rabbit Oyster Shell. That's from my fabric of the month. This is more of a taupe, I would say. Again, that's a real good comparison to what it really looks like. I'm going to remember this gloomy stuff. It seems that as far as showing you fabric, this is perfect. Antique Market, this is another Be Stitch Me. I'm not sure if this is my fabric of the month or if I bought this off Secondary Market, but it's beautiful. Antique Market. And this is tans and almost caramel in there. And that's soft modeling, but I love that. Isn't that pretty? Just a soft, gentle modeling. But that would be gorgeous. Oh, just can't wait to stitch something on that. And I have one more here. And this is Extrude Design also, 40 count Dark Mountain. And this one, and this is from the Secondary Market too. This is a gray with a little bit, now this side, it's just light and dark gray mostly. On this side, you pick up a little bit almost of a brown mixed in. But again, just simply gorgeous. Gorgeous linen. And there's more modeling there where this side is lighter. Isn't that pretty? So that was my haul in linen for that amount of time. I actually think we've covered everything. So this wasn't all that bad after all. As I said, though, this is a second part of the floss tube that I recorded earlier, where I thought I was just pausing it and being able to go right back in and start my second part. But, of course, not knowing what I'm doing, I stopped it, and I'm not sure that I can edit it together. If not, it'll just be floss tube number 18, part B, for my, and that's all my stash enhancement haul, acquisitions, whatever you want to refer them to, that I've come across the last 6 weeks or so. So that kind of wraps me up for today. I think I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to with you. Although if I've missed something, I'll just pick it up on the next floss tube for you. I'm looking forward to. I don't know whether I'll have a video before I go to Country Sample. It'd probably make more sense to do it after I've been there. But you never know. You know, sometimes, just like today, the spirit hit me. I haven't done my hair. I certainly should look better. But next time I will try to be a little more attractive for you rather than having my little short hair in a ponytail. But it is so hot and sticky. It's like a swamp here today with these heavy storms that they say are coming in. So it's just very uncomfortable today, and I just didn't feel like using a hot iron on my hair. So this is what you got today. You weren't here to look at me anyway. You were here to look at my goodies and my cross stitch. So I hope we did that. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, if you aren't a subscriber now, if you'd like to subscribe, please do so. That helps with keeping commercials down on my floss tubes. The more subscribers you have, the less they, I believe, interrupt you, you know, for commercial breaks and all. So that's to your benefit too. I'd love to see you back. And if you subscribe and ring the little bell and do all of that, you'll be notified when I have my next floss tube up, because God only knows when that will be. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 6 weeks. It's just, you know, when I get around to it. Unfortunately, the only thing that's bad about this 6 week span is that you forget what you're doing. It's like starting all over again, and that's a horrible feeling. It seems that my previous floss tubes were much more organized than this one, but I did just jump into this one today to get it done. So excuse the jumpiness, the you know, not high quality recording. Not that mine never are, but please, you know, bear with me. I do love showing you my stitching. I love that you're all here. I love that you bothered to take your precious time and watch my videos whenever you get a chance. Bless you. I love you all, and you mean so much to me. So until next time, I hope you're well. Get a lot of stitching done. Don't forget, stitch every day and stitch what you love. See you next time. Bye-bye.